Hi, I'm Ranger Sam, Park Ranger with Allegheny County Parks. Today we're here in North Park, and we're in this particular area in North Park because all year round it's really easy to find birds in this area. Birds and bird watching can be a pretty overwhelming topic. There's so many different species and so much to learn, and that's why I like to start learning about birds in the wintertime for a few different reasons. In the wintertime, there are a lot less species of birds, so it's easy to figure out what you're seeing. Also in the wintertime, there's no leaves on the trees, so it's a lot easier to actually see the birds. And like right now, when there's snow on the ground, it creates a nice contrast where it's easy to see a lot of the unique features on the birds. Birds like to fly together in groups in the wintertime. There can be multiple species all flying together. We call this a mixed flock. That's fairly unique in the wintertime where multiple species are all together, and they're together for a number of different reasons. One particular reason is that they help protect each other from predators. So the more birds there are, the more eyes and ears there are to see if a red-tailed hawk or another bird of prey is in the area to be hunting them. A lot of these birds we have here in Pennsylvania in the winter, they all have different diets. So in one area, they can all find food. They're not out competing each other. The birds that we can find in these mixed flocks are pretty predictable. And what's interesting is usually in the winter, if you see one bird, you'll see a few different species. So in one area, you can learn about a lot of the species of birds that we have. These birds in the mixed flocks are the black-capped chickadee, which is easy to identify by its black cap and its gray wings. Another bird in these flocks is a tufted titmouse. The tufted titmouse is easy to identify because it has a crest, which almost looks like a mohawk, and it has kind of a rusty brown color underneath its wings. Another really common bird in the wintertime is called a white-breasted nuthatch. And the white-breasted nuthatch I like to identify by its behavior. So when you look at the nuthatch, it's often upside down on a tree, kind of creeping up and down. And not very many other birds will be upside down on the side of a tree. So that's a really unique feature. And the last species that are really common in these mixed flocks are different types of woodpeckers. The most common woodpeckers being the hairy woodpecker, the downy woodpecker, and the red-bellied woodpecker. And all three of these woodpeckers have black and white wings, a red head, and they're often seen on the side of a tree facing up and down with their tail feathers resting up against the tree. So that's a very unique trait to woodpeckers and pretty easy to identify that way. So next time you're out in our Allegheny County parks, I encourage you to look for some of the birds we talked about today. And if you see one, I can almost guarantee you're going to see more. Hope to see you out in the parks.